Welcome to the Playbook for Black Sovereignty. Today we'll dive into Section 2 Economic Sovereignty, building an independent black economy. No community can be truly free if it does not control its own economy. Without economic sovereignty, black people will always be dependent on external systems for survival. That dependence allows governments, corporations, and financial institutions to manipulate, sabotage, and extract wealth from black communities at will. The goal of economic sovereignty is to build a financial ecosystem that is controlled by black people, for black people, one that cannot be manipulated, frozen, or destroyed by external forces. This is not about temporary financial success. It is about creating a permanent system of economic power that lasts for generations. To break free from economic servitude, we must first understand how wealth is systematically extracted from black communities. Black businesses and homeowners face higher interest rates and higher denial rates, even when they have the same credit scores as white applicants. Banks redline black neighborhoods, denying access to capital for investment and growth. Black workers earn significantly less than white workers in the same jobs, over their lifetime leading to hundreds of thousands in lost wealth. Overrepresentation in low-wage industries keeps black families struggling while profits go to white corporate owners. Gentrification displaces black communities, forcing them to sell land and property at low values only for that same land to be resold at massive profits. Property taxes and zoning laws are used to push black homeowners out of neighborhoods. Black people in the United States alone generate over $1.8 trillion in spending power, but less than 2% of that money stays in black communities. The system conditions black people to be consumers rather than producers, spending money on brands that do not reinvest in black neighborhoods. Schools do not teach black children financial education, investing, or wealth building. Without knowledge of stocks, crypto, business ownership, and asset accumulation, black wealth remains fragile and easily extracted. The result? A cycle where black communities generate immense wealth but never hold on to it long enough to build lasting power. Throughout history, there have been multiple examples of black communities that built thriving, independent economies, only to be destroyed by external forces. Understanding these cases teaches us what worked, what went wrong, and how to prevent future sabotage. Black businesses owned and controlled a self-sufficient economy. Community-based banking allowed black entrepreneurs to thrive. Strong property ownership kept wealth circulating internally. The economic success of Black Wall Street threatened the larger white economy. White mobs with government backing destroyed the area in an act of terrorism. Lack of a contingency plan or financial escape route left the community vulnerable. Future black economic hubs must be digitally decentralized, have international investment protections, and possess emergency response plans to financial or physical attacks. The largest black economic movement of its time, with over 6 million members, created a global vision for black economic independence and trade, encouraged black people to buy, build and control industries, sabotage from within with COINTELPRO-like tactics used to divide leadership. Lack of financial infrastructure and legal protection led to collapse. Economic movements must be structured for resilience, immune to external control, and decentralized to prevent infiltration. Built independent black businesses, farms and trade networks, advocated for economic discipline and financial education, created self-sufficient black communities. Dependence on centralized leadership made it vulnerable to division, struggled to scale beyond organizational membership. Movements must be leaderless, decentralized, and built for scalability. Use community banking models like credit unions, lending circles, and private investment clubs to fund black businesses. Reduce dependency on traditional banks that have historically worked against black economic growth. Develop decentralized financial solutions such as cryptocurrency and black-led investment funds to avoid economic sabotage. Redirect black spending into black-owned businesses. Use collective purchasing agreements to lower costs for black entrepreneurs. Develop a Buy Black First culture where black consumers prioritize spending within their own community. Establish land trusts and cooperatives to prevent black land from being lost to gentrification. Buy commercial property to house black-owned businesses instead of renting from non-black landlords. Create community-based real estate investment groups to develop and maintain black-owned housing. Build and fund black-owned supply chains, including farming, manufacturing and logistics. Focus on producing goods and services instead of being dependent on external companies. Train black youth in entrepreneurship and wealth building rather than programming them to seek jobs. Use decentralized financial networks like black-run stock markets and peer-to-peer crypto networks. Create emergency economic defense funds to support black businesses during financial attacks. Teach legal and financial protections to safeguard black assets from being frozen, seized, or devalued. The long-term goal is to build an economy that is resistant to external control, ensuring that black wealth is permanent, protected, and generational. True economic sovereignty means we control every level of wealth creation, from raw materials to final sales. A self-sustaining black economy is built on 3 levels. Level 1, basic community wealth retention. Redirect money into black-owned businesses, fund community banks and credit unions, create business mentorship and support networks. Level 2, localized economic power. Establish black-owned real estate and development companies. Control food, water, and energy production within black communities. Create cooperative business partnerships to strengthen economic unity. Level 3, full-scale economic sovereignty. Develop black-led international trade networks. Build private black stock markets and investment platforms. Create a self-sufficient banking and currency system. Once these 3 levels are established, black communities will have a fully independent economy that cannot be controlled or dismantled by outside forces. Economic sovereignty is not just about individual success, it is about creating wealth that lasts for generations. How to build generational black wealth? Use trusts and private foundations to pass down wealth tax-free. Teach financial literacy from childhood to ensure future generations understand investing and ownership. Create black family banks where multiple families pool resources to fund new businesses and property ownership. Build global trade relationships with African and Caribbean nations to establish independent supply chains. The end goal? A global black economy that is self-sufficient, resistant to economic sabotage, and capable of sustaining millions of black families indefinitely. Black communities do not lack wealth. We lack control over our wealth. Once black dollars are controlled by black hands, external forces will no longer be able to freeze our accounts, deny us loans and funding, buy up our communities and push us out, or exploit our labor while keeping us poor. The system is afraid of black financial power because it means true independence. That is why the biggest weapon we have is economic sovereignty. Are you ready to take control of the black economy? If you found this of interest, stay tuned for the next video. Thank you for joining us, and there is no need to like and subscribe when you are building your own freedom.